Hey everyone! You're listening to Teens Take the Mic.
We are two high school students sharing the ups and downs of being second-generation immigrants. Hey guys, so the school year is about to start, and for a lot of people it already started. So we kind of want to come up here and share some things that we wished we knew before starting freshman year, and what we think is important to know when starting the new year for second-gen immigrant teens.
We'll share some tips and thoughts that we had ourselves and our experiences as a freshman being a second-gen immigrant teen. So like some things include like social dynamics, academic expectations, mental and physical health, extracurricular activities, and just like preparing for the future like college and college applications.
You know, every year is different. Even if, you're going into sophomore year or you're going to junior year, a lot of the workload can be different from different grade levels. And so what's really important for any grade level is time management.
It's also important to have good study habits, because I know like the first few months of freshman year, I know everyone, like not everyone, but like most of the kids in my class, we got like 50s on our first bio quiz because our study like method wasn't good enough for her class. But searching up on YouTube, just practicing myself, you get that better study method that you can use for any of your classes. And also just seeking help when you need it. I remember that period 5 for me, that's like our lunch and co period. I would go to my teachers, I'd ask them for help, and they would give me advice on what to do and answer all my questions.
Yeah, and then there are a lot of study resources that can help. And what I realized is that not a lot of people actually make use of all the resources available to them. And I know for me, I don't go to my counselor a lot for help, or sometimes I wish I would go to see teachers more. But what I found is really important, it's that it's really okay to seek help when you need it, and then go to your teachers when you need help. And then there's also a lot of great study resources outside of school, like Quizlet. I know that's like a lifesaver for me. Crash Course, which is a great YouTube account to they cover a lot of topics. Khan Academy, and then also just going on YouTube and searching up, finding great accounts.
So moving on to more like the second-gen immigrant teen aspect, navigating like dual expectations and academically, you have that feeling where you want to succeed well because you have this pressure from your parents and that they did so well, now you want to also be doing well. And also just understanding the education system in general. Your parents may have helped you growing up to learn math, learn science, and it was probably all the same to you until a certain grade point. Because I remember my mom, she would teach me math until 5th grade until it later changed. We started learning different subjects, because I know in India you learn trigonometry in 11th grade, but here you learn it, if based on your math course, you can learn it as early as 9th grade or even 8th grade if you do really well. So just that in general, understanding the education system and then having that idea can also put us behind, since you may not know it until later on, and you may need extra help, since just regular Americans, they may know okay, this year you have this subject, I know how to prepare you for that since I went through that class, but you may not know. So when I first came here to New Prof, I didn't have many friends, and I know during elementary school, it's not exactly bullying, but it's more open speech there. Kids would just say what they want to say. And I remember that I would I've shared this story before, I would feel bad because of how I spoke, and I spoke British English and sometimes, and I would just feel weird because people would be well, that's not regular English and stuff like that. But it's important to know that as you grow up, people start to understand more and they start to care more, that it affects your feelings and all, and they start to grow more bonded to you.
My culture is different from other people, but sometimes when I see that, what I do is different, I don't really want to, showcase that. But I feel a lot of this is that, your culture isn't something to be embarrassed about, or isn't something that like people would make fun of you for, because like you said, when you grow up, it's like people are more aware that there's different cultures. And I feel like everyone in high school, like, we're growing to really value everyone's cultures.
What else? There's like, I guess you would say like peer pressure as well from your friends, stereotypes. Like, everyone expects you to do good on a test. Oh, because you're Asian, you're gonna get like 100, and then if you do bad, you're like, oh well, I didn't get 100. I don't want to tell my friends about this grade because they're gonna think poorly of me. So just having that peer pressure from stereotypes, pressure from parents, it's something that we face as second-gen immigrant teen.
So balancing your mental and physical health and keeping that good is something that's really important in high school, and it's not something I personally focused on a lot. Like, I would just focus so much on academics, and mental health wasn't really too much of a priority, or like physical health even. Like, sometimes I would like stay up, actually like a lot of times I would stay up like studying, and I would be like super tired, but at least I got that good grade. But like, your like health is super, super important, and that's something I can't really stress enough.
That's true too, because I know like in my culture as well, mental health is not something that's really said a lot. It's just like, if you do well, you do well, and there's no like, oh, you're tired, you should go to sleep. You should just finish your work, just like Phoebe was saying. Stay up late, finish all your work. You don't have to like prioritize your health over studies so much. But as you grow up, you realize that having a good mental health also means you can have a good school life. And this is essentially important in like college, because you're going to have all these classes, different times. You're going to be in a new environment with no parents, no family. You'll be on your own, managing your own time, managing your own like work if you start like a job during college. So it's all important to focus on your mental health, which also in effect helps you in your studies.
Something that really helped me was, for my school, in the beginning of the year, there's something called a club fair where you can like see all the clubs that potentially interest you. And that's somewhere, if your school has that, I feel like that's a great way to like put yourself out there and sign up for all the clubs you want. Because I signed up for so many clubs, and I like unenrolled in like half of them, like more than half of them.
That's so true.
When I like found out which one I was truly passionate about. So just like put yourself out there, because that's something really important.
It can also help you like de-stress. Like, I know for me, like playing tennis, swimming, that's my way of de-stressing. Phoebe's way could be running or playing soccer. So having these extracurricular activities, or like an extra clubs, like singing, there's math club, there's like just like a cooking club. We don't have that, I don't think, but like joining all these clubs can make you feel more de-stressed and help you with your mental health. And it can also help you focus more, since releasing all that stress and anxiety that you may have build it up can just like release.
Tip is kind of, if there's clubs like more oriented to different career fields, I guess you should like try those out to see, even if you don't know what you want to do in the future, just try them out to see what potentially could interest you.
That could also give you a huge boost, since, as we mentioned before, our parents and we don't really know how the education system works and how to build yourself up during high school to have a good college resume, to have a good job. So joining these clubs that are more oriented can also help you, and they can help you prepare, like, okay, you have to do this fair, you have to do this competition, you have to do this practice, and it can help you lead to a better future that you want to do.
We hope everyone has a great school year, and this episode kind of helped you in some way. So thank you for listening to Season 2, Episode 3 of Teens Takes and Mike. See you next time!